Hello and welcome to Dwellings GH. I am Barbara Chumbema. Today we are visiting the Mixed Design Hub and the Office Furniture Company in Accra, owned by Binta Atta. This eclectic space features a furniture store, a co-working area, restaurant, and gallery. It even hosted Kamala Harris during her Accra visit. Join us as we explore this vibrant hub and discover its unique charm. Stay with us for more beautiful spaces right here on Dwellings GH. And if you haven't already done so, like, subscribe, and share. I'm over here with Binta, and Binta is a visionary behind the Mixed Design and Hub. Hi.
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
I'm so well.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
You're
having us,
welcome.
Binta. So I love the space. I love the mix. I originally came here to use a restaurant. And I was like, wow, what a beautiful space, you know? But then as I spoke to you, I realized that there's multiple levels and different things that are happening here. When you walk in, you're first greeted with this beautiful piece of art at the receptionist area. Tell us about the idea behind this.
Art is a big part of Ghana, as we have seen in the last couple of years. And being in Osu mostly, and we decided to work with an artist who does graffiti. Yes, he's a young Ghanaian artist. And what I asked him as a part of it was to create an art piece by using the Adinkra symbols, which is a very fundamental to Ghana. And instead of using 3 words to translate it, as you can see, in Osu we use the Ga words.
Oh, wow.
The meaning of each of them. Some are in English, like this one means wisdom, but then Osaka, like you have Ghanaian,
Because you are in Osu.
Exactly.
And it's a Ga.
It's a way to respect and give tribute to the area in which we are.
I love
Yes.
it. And you know what I observed? Usually the Adinkra symbols are usually in black and white, but this is very vibrant, which represents this entire space. So, okay, with that, what inspired you actually for this entire space?
I will say I moved to Ghana nearly 20 years ago, and I started by doing office furniture as retail and also space designing. That's more or less 16 years ago. And as a part of the office furniture, which you realize that you have so many private entities because we don't do anything with homes. They are mostly offices, corporate offices. I started doing the office furniture from the retail. Then you have clients that will come to you and ask, I would like my space to be designed. I would like something different than what I see. Yeah. And in my background as a space creator, I started designing for my client. Design has always been a part of me, and I love the design. When I mean design, I don't mean fashion alone, but fashion also plays a role because in so many ways, fashion inspires my creativity. And as a part of that, I have always dreamt of having a place that can house all the things I love. And to many people and to myself, I felt like it was a dream that to many was not attainable. But over the years, with hard work and along with my team, we were able to work from project to project, not only in Ghana, but also in the Ivory Coast, in Togo. We managed to do quite a number of projects, and we were able to fund and create a hub in sense of putting up all the things that I love into that. And yes, the mix is really a multifaceted building. Where you have 4 levels, and on each floor you'll be able to see and discover different things and different elements as we walk through.
So over here we have this beautiful piece of art. I think it's one of the Adinkra symbols, right? The one that says wisdom. Yes. I just learned that from that. What inspired you to choose this as this, focal point when you first enter into this space?
Working with this artist, one thing he said to me, because as I mentioned to him, I really wanted to have vibrant and different art pieces. And this is something he really gifted me. There are 2 pieces that he gifted me, and he wanted to use his own inspiration to create something, and something that he felt like, about me. And as we can see, this is wisdom. and you have all the graffitis, the colors, and various elements. And as much as I try to explain, I can never explain it to the words of the art. Yes, I guess we all get to read
So
it.
it is a graffiti, I see that. And then there's some numbers in there, like number 3. It's very prominent. So I don't know what that means with that. And I see some words like love. Wow, this is beautiful. It really is unique. I feel like every time you see it, you see something different. It speaks to you differently. And you know what's interesting? These are office furniture. Wow, but they look very, very relaxed and welcoming, like almost homely. It creates a very warm and inviting.
When you look at it, the office furniture has really moved over the years, and it's no longer the conservative way of creating spaces. Now it's a much more modern way. And furniture is, to us, it's not just about furniture. It's about design. It's about the ergonomic element about it. It's about giving you the comfort and the relaxation that you need. If you look at this chair, it's made out of, the inspiration behind the back of this chair were from the gorilla's hand. Now that, and you look at the mesh behind it, is to really enable and give you that briefing element. Now, as you sit on each chair, I know often when I start talking about office furniture, you are able to stretch, and you can move also with the seat. You don't need, and furniture is about giving you comfort, because when you look at it, we spend much more time in the office than we spend it at home. True. And I often say that there are 2 places where we really spend the most time. Our bed, meaning the mattress that you sell, you have, and then your office also. Yeah.
So Binta, how many brands do you represent?
We represent about 6 brands when it comes to office furniture, and then flooring is 1 brand.
And I wanted to also mention that all of this, you're the only one that
we are the sole distributor of all the brands that we sell here. So if you come here and
you see all these beautiful things, you can't find them anywhere in Accra but here. So this is where the samples are. Tell us more about it.
Each piece you see here, mostly they are, pieces you can order from the catalog, or you can also, these are just for like testing, trial. As a client comes, sometimes they just want to understand how does it feel to sit on one of these chairs? How is the comfort? And that's why we have few of them displayed here. We have a lot more in the warehouse that we tend to rotate. Okay. And yes, and these are all the brands you can see. This one is Steelcase, which is one of the biggest American company that does office furniture. And we've been representing them now for over 14 years now. I would say 12 to 14 years. Wow. I can't really speak. And then we have Noe Steel, which is also a Polish brand. And we have Carl Hansen and so many others. And then you have the flooring. Now flooring, nowadays, we tend to say, oh, but I prefer tiles. Often people tend to go for tiles because they think about, the allergies or dirt and things. And we give 15 years warranty on all our flooring. Yes. And this is Interface Flooring, which is also an American brand. And flooring is not just about replacing tiles, but it also plays a big role into a space because of the acoustic. Because acoustic in an office environment is a big thing. Because as you're sitting, you're talking, you can see that a lot of the sound is cut. Now, if we're using tiles, as we walk through, you tend to hear all the sound. And it also creates a, aesthetic add-on to it.
Yeah, I like that. I like them. I've never seen this before. Yes. The use of
yes, the LVT, which we call it, which is a rubber carpet. It comes in planks, as you can see. And then
the traditional carpeting.
With the traditional carpeting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, Binta, what inspired you to create this design for the windows?
As you can see, we have really huge bays, and the sun really can reflect and affect us as we're working. This is more or less a way to block the sun and also to create an aesthetic element and acoustic. That's why we have all the patches as we use the LVT, meaning the rubber carpet, plus the softer ones. They all balance together. And you can also see it through the furniture. We use a wool material for the finishing of the fabric. All those elements plays a role into the acoustic. Yes.
So everything has been thought about. Not only does it look beautiful, but it's also functional. Excellent. I like that. And I love the fact that every part of the space has been utilized. There is no empty space. Everything has been thought about, everything has been planned out, used properly. I like that. This is the specification station, and we have the person in charge. Her name is Mercy, and Mercy is going to tell us more about what goes on here at this station.
So at the specification table, we have here our fabrics, we have here our melamine samples, and then we also have here our carpet samples. So what we do is when a client selects a product, we assist the client to select the fabric they need, and from then we can place the order.
Great. So this gives the client the option to come in
To have a feel
of the texture.
How exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's great. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Benta, I noticed that every space has different sections, and every section has a different theme. What inspired you to do that? And what is the inspiration behind the various themes?
I wanted to create a space where everybody can feel comfortable. And as much as it's not always easy, but I feel that for anyone who walks into this space should find a place where they can find refuge, you know. And if you think that this part can inspire you and give you that calm and peace that you are looking for, then this is your office.
Oh, I love that. Wait, so does that mean that if somebody comes in here and they get inspired by this, then you can actually go into their space and create something similar for them?
We can create something similar, but we never replicate.
Yeah.
Each design
so
is
yeah,
unique.
it's inspired.
Yes.
I love that. What I noticed too is that you have that same functionality throughout the whole space. Yes. When most people think about a co-working space, what I think I do, you always think about it being like an office-like environment, you know, with the bright lights and just basic furniture, because you're there to work, right? But I like the idea of here. It's very warm and welcoming. It feels like home. And then I see live plants. What inspired you to bring in the live plants as opposed to the full ones?
I feel life plants also is a part of our healing process. It's a part of nurturing something, you know. Yeah, here is something you need to take care of. It's like when you have a child. And one thing that I think we all learned is right after COVID, our mindset of the conservative office space has really changed. Yeah. You know, as we got to spend so many days, weeks, and months at home, you know, we felt like the comfort was a big thing that now, as we are shifting from the co-working space, I mean the work from home, and coming back to the office, I think it's a good idea to create a space that where each employee can feel comfortable. Yeah. If I decide I'm going to wear my, you know, track or jogging trousers because of the comfort, and come and work into a place that feels like home, then that's the space we created for each. Yeah.
And I like the blend of different elements, the plants, the brick wall. It almost feels like, if you don't look outside to see the outside, no, but if you don't know where you are, this could be anywhere in New York. Yes. I love that. Yes. And was that intentional?
Yes, it is. Anytime I think of New York, I think of beautiful loft apartment with the brick walls, the concrete, the steel and things. And as I mentioned at the beginning, the space is really a mix of various elements, and a place where you can just walk in and find yourself wherever you want to feel. But yeah, sometimes we have people coming in from the state and they're like, oh, I feel like I'm in Brooklyn. Or people coming from Europe telling you, I feel like I'm here and here. Or South Africa, yes. And that's really the feel. And it's also a part of what inspires you, as you don't get to travel every single day as we wish to do so. If I decide that, okay, I'm going to create a space, or I just feel like I want to be transported somewhere, I can decide to come and work here. And
and for a moment, be there.
Be there,
yeah,
yes.
I like that. Also, I like the idea of the elevator, because then anyone with some sort of disability can also come and enjoy the space. Yeah.
Yes, and that is really important. As much as we are young today, we are going to get old at some point, and our wish is to be able to climb up the stairs every single day, but you can never tell whether you're young or old, you can even break your leg, and you will need to be able to use an elevator to be able to enjoy. And we want everybody to really enjoy the space, and it doesn't matter how you feel or what your disabilities are.
Yeah, I like the team environment and the spirit here at the hub. And it's a collective of different cultures, from all over the world. And that's what this place represents too. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah. And as we always say, we learn and we get inspiration from everybody. Yeah. And to me, my team is my backbone. As much as there is noise outside, when I get here or I get home, I find peace, because I'm able to have an amazing team that has supported me to get to where we are and to build even something that is going to be beyond where we are today.
Yeah, and the work culture here is amazing. I know when we had a conversation before, you mentioned that you've had team members who've been on board for over 15 years. Wow, that speaks volume of who you are as a person. I'm here with Mr. Sudesh. Mr. Sudesh is actually the general manager of this entire space. How long have you been here?
8 years. So this space is all about art, design, and fit-outs. So on one side, now we do office fit-outs, space planning. Then we also conduct events. Then we have a restaurant also. So when the office furniture company is our part which we do the office fit outs.
Yeah.
So we started our journey in 2008. So the 16 years, we are so glad and proud that we could work with various industries, covering banking, insurance, hotels, like that, etc., etc.
That's awesome. And what's your favorite part?
I'll say the design part.
The design part. What's your favorite space?
My favorite part will be the biophilic concept. So I love nature.
Okay.
So this space is all about integrating various design formats.
That's true.
So the biophilic design format is my favorite part.
Okay. I'm here with Robert. Robert is the head of marketing and events here at The Mix. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
I'm well, thank you. So how long have you been with the team here at The Mix?
I have been here at The Mix for about 1 year and 4 months.
Okay, great. Is that how long you've been in Accra?
No. I've been in Accra for about 2 years and 4 months.
How do you like Accra so far?
I like it. It's been a long time dream of mine to live in an African country, and so moving here is that dream realized. Not saying that it doesn't come with its challenges and bridges, bridges to gap in terms of cultural difference, but I meet those challenges with happiness. I'm just really happy to be living out a dream of mine.
That's awesome. When someone needs to use a space, first of all, you're in charge of the restaurant and then the gallery.
Yes, and events. So
and
yes.
Events as a whole.
Yes.
So please tell us, what does it entail to have an event here?
I would say most of the job involves effective communication. So just really going back and forth with clients and trying to interpret their event vision. But what's involved in terms of process and procedure is just having a conversation, listening to the details that someone might want to include in their event, especially details that would make it special or stand out. Try to incorporate those details as best you can. And for me, it's as easy as providing the best customer service.
I like that. Yeah, and also Binta mentioned that the gallery is open to artists, I think 1 day in a month.
So actually, we try to do one exhibition a month that lasts about 30 days.
Okay.
And so we do open call twice a year where we invite local artists to submit their work. We review their work, we see what art might represent the aesthetic of the mix the best. And then we invite those artists to speak with us further to see if they might want to showcase their work here.
All right, that's amazing.
So it helps to really shine a light on what would otherwise be anonymous artists who may not have the resources available to present their work in this way.
I love it. I love it. And what's your favorite part about the mix? Your favorite section?
I would say my favorite thing about the mix is the mixture of things, right? Like the incorporating of different references and influences. I always tell people come in and they always reference how beautiful the space is, and I say how the owner has this, Binta has a very seamless talent in terms of kind of incorporating different influences of art and doing it seamlessly. You know, I see Western influence, African influence, European influence, but it doesn't seem
local influence.
Yes, and it doesn't seem segmented, right? It's done
Just
pretty
flows.
seamlessly.
It flows. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my
That's the
favorite
great thing about the Mix.
Yeah.
So I'm here with Robert at the restaurant space at the Mix. It's beautiful. Robert, tell us more about the space.
So the restaurant in our restaurant terrace is basically a continuation of the gallery space. So obviously it functions as an everyday restaurant, but we also do events here as well. You can enjoy an indoor and outdoor space as well. It also boasts I would say, the only view.
I love it!
Yes, where you can clearly see the ocean while you enjoy your meal
I
in
love
Accra.
it. And the breeze.
Yes, and the breeze.
It feels so good. It feels so good. Okay, well, thank you, Robert.
Thank you too.
I fell in love with this space the first time I came here to eat at a restaurant. And I was so excited and I couldn't wait to show you guys this beautiful space that I've just discovered. I'm so excited and happy that you got to join me today to see how incredible this space is and the many uses of this space. I love the little details that is found in the space, like the handles that are made up of the Adinkra symbols and the greenery, and also the fact that when you go upstairs to a restaurant, you actually have the view of the ocean and the breeze. Just amazing. I really hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. And until next time, see ya. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.